Welcome to you all in this online class. My dear student, as we know, we are studying the Union government. Till tomorrow, we have learnt about the topic impeachment, in which you have learnt this impeachment is a process applied by the parliament to remove the president, chief justice, and judges of the High Court and Supreme Court. This resolution is passed by the parliament from both the houses by the two-thirds majority of the total membership, and if it is passed, the president or the chief justice or justice against whom this resolution is passed has to quit the post. You know that the salary of a president is 5 lakh rupees plus other allowances, preferences, a free furnished residence, pension after retirement Rs 1.5 lakh rupees monthly, and other facilities also are given. Today we are going to learn about the powers and function of the president. These power and functions are divided into some certain categories, 5 points, 5 categories. First is executive powers. Execute means something to implement, that is implemented. You know, all the administrative decisions are taken on the name of the president. So his first work is to take all the administrative decision. Because his consent or signature is must in such decision. Next, he makes all the important appointments, right? Like Chief Justice, Prime Minister, Chief Justice, judges of the Supreme Courts and the High Courts. He also appoints Controller and Auditor General of India and Attorney General of India. Apart from it, he appoints the members of Election Commission. Fourth important work is he led the Defense Force of India, because all the 3 heads of our defense is responsible to president. So President of India is the supreme commander of India's defense force. Our president has right to get all kinds of information about the decision taken by PM and Council of Ministers regarding our country, right? And 6 important work is also, but it is not in executive power. It is content in judicial power. So I will discuss when it will come, the main points. Next is legislative powers. Legislate means to make law. As you know, parliament is the law-making body, and you should learn our president is also an integral part, inevitable part, undivisible part of Indian parliament. Why? Because by its name, as you know, Indian parliament, by its work, I mean the work of Indian parliament is to make law. Why president is called an integral part? Because we know no bill passed by only 2 houses of the parliament can be law without having the signature or consent of president. Is it clear? So president is called an integral part of Indian parliament. Is it clear? Parliament work is, the work of parliament is to make law. Parliament generally we know to houses, have two houses, but you should know parliament means Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the president. Is it clear? Without the help of president, parliament is meaningless. So president is called an integral part of Indian parliament. In other words, you can say president makes laws for the nation by the help of parliament. Second, he has right to, he can summon, to call, prorogue, continue and address the two houses. When election is completed and elected representatives begin to work in parliament, the first session is addressed by him also. But whenever the session is called, the session of parliament is conducted, it depends on the parliament, president. President can call, summon, prorogue, and address the two houses. Next, third important work is he can dissolve, he can stop the session of Lok Sabha. He can dissolve the Lok Sabha before session भी dissolve कर सकते हैं, or he can dissolve Lok Sabha before its expiry date, and fresh election can be conducted. Fourth work is no bill can be law without his approval. He has right to make any bill a law. Next, money bill cannot be introduced in Lok Sabha without his prior consent. Prior means pre, pehle. Before introducing money bill in Lok Sabha, it is necessary to have the consent, approval, acceptance of the president. Sixth important legislative power is what? Be sincere and concentrate here. He has right to nominate 12 members in Lok Sabha and 2 members in Rajya Sabha. Have you understood? Actually, it is wrong. Have you understood? It is wrong. 2 members in Lok Sabha and 12 members in Rajya Sabha. ठीक है? I'm sorry. By mistake it happened, so हम इसको करेक्ट कर लेंगे. आप भी ध्यान से देखेंगे इसको. Right to nominate 2 members in Lok Sabha and 12 members in Rajya Sabha. Have you understood? 12 members in Rajya Sabha and 2 members in Lok Sabha. This type of question is generally asked, and yesterday you have answered this question also. Okay, so be very careful in this regard. Himani, you have written, it is necessary for a presidential election to belong to a particular party. No, president should not belong to any party because it is a neutral post. Have you understood? Because you know, one of the important fact is what? Neither he can be a government servant, nor he should be in any party. No doubt, old party leaders are elected or elected on this post, but before taking oath, he has to leave the party membership. Is it clear? Now next is, should it be continue? Should it be continue? Okay, now next is, you see, Next important point is what? Financial powers. Annual budget is presented or introduced, proposed in the Lok Sabha in the name of President. Second, he gives prior approval to money bill to introduce in Parliament, especially in Lok Sabha. Next, power to appoint the members of Finance Commission, right? Finance Commission is constituted to see the financial activities and their plannings. Members are appointed by the President. Here, the pictures of Ramnath Kovind, our Honorable President, and his wife is here, right? This scene is of Mughal Garden, that is in President's house, campus, and both of them are sitting there, have sit there. Now, fourth important work is, financial work is what? Can sanction money to the government out of contingency fund. Contingency fund means a fund that is reserved for some unpredicted events. अब कोई ऐसी घटना घट गई जिससे बहुत हार्म्स हुए, उसमें फाइनेंस करने की जरूरत है, पैसा देने की जरूरत है, तो ऐसे फंड से जो मनी है वो रिलीज करने का राइट प्रेसिडेंट को होता है. In this way, the fourth important financial work is he can sanction money to the government out of the contingency fund to meet the special situation. Now, next is judicial powers. All the appointments of the judges and Chief Justice of Supreme Court and High Court are done by the President. Second important judicial power is he can reduce the sentences, I mean punishments, even the capital punishment, death punishment, or grant pardon to the culprits on some special grounds. अगर किसी को कैपिटल पनिशमेंट मिला है, मृत्युदंड मिला है या और कोई पनिशमेंट मिला है, तो प्रेसिडेंट को ये राइट है कि उनको माफ किया जाए, क्या जा सकता है, या उनकी सजा कम की जा सकती है, but not in all the cases. Now, third point is power to change death sentence or to postpone. स्थगित भी कर सकते हैं, बंद भी कर सकते हैं. Here, third point should be one point. Where it is missing, I do not know. Okay. Third point is to grant pardon or amnesty. He can change the death sentence or can postpone it. Now, next is the emergency power. In this condition, general power of administration comes into the hands of President. That comes in the hands of President. Okay. 1 minute, wait. Yes, in this way, emergency power is also implemented by the President, but on the consent of Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Only one time here on whole country, President rule was, emergency was launched by Srimati Gandhi. But you have to learn in which case emergency power is used by the President president can use emergency power in three situations. First, national emergency. If country or states are insecure due to the war or aggression, I mean capturing by any other countries, और इंटरनल रिबेलियन रिवोल्ट विद्रोह के कारण अगर इंटरनली और इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम इतना ज्यादा हो जाए कि जनरल वे में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रन करना डिफिकल्ट हो, इन सच केस national emergency is imposed and all the activities are done in the name of president in this situation. And actually in such condition police personnel becomes most important functionaries. Next is constitutional failure. If country or if any state or states or whole country fails to run properly as per the constitution due to some reasons, then emergency rule can be imposed. Third is financial emergency. If the country suffers from financial instability, जैसे इतनी कमी हो जाए मनी की और इस तरह से कोई प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो जाए जिससे मार्केट फेल हो जाए, बैंक फेल हो जाए, गवर्नमेंट को फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस इतना हो जाए कि इस रन सिस्टम को रन करना इम्पॉसिबल हो जाए, तो इन सच कंडीशन व्हाट हैपन, फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी इज इम्पोज्ड एंड प्रेसिडेंट बिफोर president declares the state of financial emergency. Is it clear? Clear? So generally this type of question comes, mention any three reasons or circumstances when a president impose president rule or emergency power is used by him. So these are the national emergency, constitutional failure, financial emergency. Now next is Vice President of India. As you know, at present, the name of our Vice President is what? M. Venkaiah Naidu. Vice President of India is elected for a period of 5 years by both the houses of Parliament. I mean, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both take part in the election. He is also called the ex officio chairman, right? Ex officio. What does mean ex officio? Actually, ex officio means a person or a post, a person which has hold two posts at the same time. I mean, a post holder who is also entitled to get another post. Have you understood? Office. For example, whoever be the vice president will be the chairman of Rajya Sabha. I mean, an official in charge, you can say. Not official in charge, not. I mean, a person who holds two posts at the same time because of the system. In our system, it is said that whoever will be the president, of a vice president of India, he will be the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Have you understood? So in this way, if question comes, what do you mean by ex and ex officio post, you can write in this way. Is it clear? Included, it means ex officio means included or allowed or because of your job or rank or a position. Have you understood? I mean, members that serve as an ex officio members have all the rights and obligations of the other post. I mean, included, or ex officio means included or allowed because of your job, rank or position. I mean कोई विशेष पोस्ट और किसी विशेष स्थिति के कारण जो पद दिया जाता है किसी को, राइट? तो इन दिस वे ही इज नोन एज एन एक्स ऑफिशियो चेयरमैन ऑफ राज्यसभा. सेम function he works. What is the work? What is the function of the vice president? Same function in Rajya Sabha as a speaker in Lok Sabha. His work is to maintain the discipline and decorum of Rajya Sabha, conduct the session as a head, chair the meeting, I mean preside over the meeting, but he cannot participate in voting in the house except in case of tie, because he is not the member of Rajya Sabha, so he has no right to cast vote, because whenever voting is done, only the member itself has right to take part. Since vice president is not the member of Rajya Sabha, he cannot cast vote in any voting, but in case of tie, he can cast vote to finalize the matter. In absence of vacant post of president, suppose due to the resignation, death, if the post of president is vacant, he takes over the charge as an officiating president. Officiating president means in charge president till the fresh election, but that election must be conducted within 6 months. Till the time, vice president will work as the president. Now next is, he is also known as the chancellor of the central university. You know, governor is known as chancellor of the state university. In university, head is who? Who is the head of the universities? वाइस चांसलर. हर यूनिवर्सिटी में क्या होता है? वाइस चांसलर होते हैं. आप जानते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी किसको बोलते हैं? द हेड ऑफिस ऑफ सम कॉलेजेस. एक यूनिवर्सिटी हेड ऑफिस होता है जिसके अंदर कई कॉलेज होते हैं. हर कॉलेज के हेड प्रिंसिपल्स कहलाते हैं और यूनिवर्सिटी के हेड कौन कहलाते हैं? वाइस चांसलर. और सभी वाइस चांसलर के हेड चांसलर, आई मीन गवर्नर होते हैं स्टेट में. लेकिन जो सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं उसके चांसलर कौन होते हैं? वाइस प्रेसिडेंट होते हैं. तो इन दिस वे दिस इज द फंक्शन. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज हियर यूनियन काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, पीएम, कैबिनेट and council of ministers of the state. Actually, union council of minister means council of minister is included with prime minister, council of cabinet minister and state ministers. There is one type of more minister, deputy ministers. So what is the function? In your book it is given. First, as per the constitution, PM and his council of minister add and advise the president. ठीक है, हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ये लिखा हुआ है कि प्रेसिडेंट, सिंस ही इज द हेड ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, नो डाउट ही इज नॉमिनल हेड बट ही इज द हेड, तो लिखा हुआ है कि प्रेसिडेंट जो फंक्शन करेंगे, जो रन करेंगे सिस्टम, उसकी सहायता के लिए पीएम और उनके काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर होंगे, जिनका वर्क होगा प्रेसिडेंट को एडवाइस देना, सलाह और मशविरा देना और हेल्प करना, ऐड करना. ठीक है. द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू द लोक सभा. व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑल द मेंबर्स, आई मीन ऑल द मिनिस्टर्स मस्ट बी द मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट और लोक सभा. राइट? हियर there is a clue, you should learn it. ये आपको हमेशा काम आएगा, इसको आप समझिए। ये कहा जाता है कि जब तक लोकसभा या पार्लियामेंट को गवर्नमेंट में फेथ रहता है तभी तक गवर्नमेंट रन कर सकती है। जिस दिन पार्लियामेंट को कॉन्फिडेंस लूज हो जाएगा, नो कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा किसमें, गवर्नमेंट में, तो गवर्नमेंट फेल हो जाएगी। अब आप समझिए कॉन्फिडेंस और नो कॉन्फिडेंस का मतलब क्या होता है। आप ये जानते हो कि जो मेजोरिटी पार्टी होती है पार्लियामेंट की, उसी को गवर्नमेंट बनाने का राइट होता है। मेजोरिटी पार्टी के लीडर को प्रेसिडेंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर की फॉर्म में अपॉइंट करते हैं। प्राइम मिनिस्टर काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर की लिस्ट प्रिपेयर करते हैं, अप्रूवल लेते हैं प्रेसिडेंट से, और फिर वो ओथ लेते हैं और गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म होती है। ठीक है। अब यहां आपने क्या देखा कि गवर्नमेंट पार्लियामेंट यानी लोकसभा की मेजोरिटी पार्टी से बनती है। मेजोरिटी कौन प्रूफ करता है? मेजोरिटी का मतलब भी मैंने समझाया था आपको, मीनिंग मोर देन 50% स्ट्रेंथ, मोर देन 50%। जैसे पार्लियामेंट में 543 इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स हैं, तो उसका 273 जिस भी पार्टी में एमपी जीत जाएंगे उसी पार्टी को गवर्नमेंट बनाने का राइट होता है। ठीक है। ऐसी पार्टी मेजोरिटी पार्टी कहलाती है और वो अपने लीडर का नाम डिक्लेयर करती है। जैसे बीजेपी ने श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नाम एज ए लीडर लिया और उनको अपॉइंट किया गया प्रेसिडेंट के द्वारा प्राइम मिनिस्टर के रूप में। ठीक है। तो ये 50% यानी 273 से ज्यादा होना चाहिए, यही मेजोरिटी प्रूफ है। और जिसको इतनी मेजोरिटी है, इसका मतलब है कि पार्लियामेंट को कॉन्फिडेंस है, विश्वास है कि इस पार्टी को मेजोरिटी है। लेकिन जिस दिन पार्लियामेंट ये साबित करती है, आई मीन अपोजिशन पार्टी ये साबित करती है कि ये गवर्नमेंट मेजोरिटी में नहीं है, 50% से लेस मेंबर हैं इनके साथ, तो गवर्नमेंट डिजॉल्व हो जाती है। तो इसी को कहते हैं कॉन्फिडेंस और नो कॉन्फिडेंस। एक नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन होता है जो पार्लियामेंट पास करती है किसी गवर्नमेंट को डिसॉल्व करने के लिए, हटाने के लिए। अगर वो नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पास हो जाता है, रिजोल्यूशन, तो ये साबित होता है कि उसको क्या है, मेजोरिटी नहीं है और गवर्नमेंट फेल हो जाती है। इट इज व्हाई इट इज सेड in our parliamentary form of government or system, the government can remain in power till the pleasure of parliament, till the pleasure of Lok Sabha. Right? So in this way, PM prepares the list of ministers, the council of ministers are responsible to the Lok Sabha. Next, PM prepares the list of ministers and gets approval from the president. Next important work of council of ministers is what? Minister must be the parliamentarian. I mean, he must be the member of parliament. Suppose if any person is not the member of parliament and he is appointed as the minister by the prime minister, he or she must have to secure a seat in the parliament within 6 months. Otherwise, he has to lose the post. Council of ministers is formed by the majority party, no doubt. Suppose there is no any party there is no majority party, then what happens? The bigger party take help from other smaller parties to prove the majority in the parliament. And when other parties give help to the bigger party and the bigger party uh, become success or get success in proving the majority, he can form the government by the help of other political parties. This type of government is known as coalition government. Here it is written, government made by the help of many political parties or more than two parties and other parties. Such type of government is known as coalition government, as it is existed in Maharashtra, I mean Shiv Sena government. Next is collective responsibility. It is said our council of minister has the collective responsibility, means if any minister do good work, this credit is shared by all. If any minister any wrong work, the discredit will also be shared by all, right? And it can harm the ministry or the government. So whatever they have to do, they have to do, they are doing this work, they do the work with the sense of collective responsibility. If any minister does wrong, it will not be said that it is particular fault or it is a fault of particular person. It will be blamed to the same government. It is why it is said the council of minister swim or sink together. एक साथ तैर सकते हैं, तैरते हैं और एक साथ डूब जाएंगे. यानी कोई भी एक गलती करेंगे तो वो